are the concerns? Where are the opportunities here?
First of all, I think it's incredibly important to take AI safety very, very seriously. We do want to make sure that as we have autonomous agents that can make decisions on humans' behalf, that we are very, very intentional about how those AI systems are trained, how they are aligned to human safety and our goals. But I don't sort of share the same, kind of doom and gloom that I think, some folks are talking about. I think, this is a technology that has a lot of optimistic characteristics where we all across society have an instant ability to be either more productive or have answers to questions instantly. You have a personal tutor for any use case that you want. And in a work environment, it can allow us to really accelerate the progress of what we're doing. You can code software faster. You can support customers better. You can ensure that you've tailored the right messaging when you're in a sales deal. It can help us innovate on products. So we're really, really excited about the impact that this is going to have in the workplace.
Yeah. I mean, still get stuff wrong. Like 2% of the time it gets 4-digit math wrong because it's just based on the internet as opposed to actual compute. But I take your point. Once we move it to the enterprise and, finally hone it. Let me read what one of the analysts said about the way that you guys are using it, which I thought was interesting. They said that your strategy is to become a neutral platform supporting an ecosystem of third-party AI software applications like ChatGPT that customers can apply to their own content, which resides in Box's content cloud. Does that kind of sum it up? I've heard people say it about, maybe it's Amazon's approach too, but kind of being the Switzerland in the race.
Yeah, so the virtue that we have as an open platform is that we can bring the leading AI models to enterprises and specifically help our customers better understand the data and the content that they have. 80% of data created is unstructured, and a significant portion of that are files. It's your contracts, it's your marketing assets, it's your financial documents, and AI, for the first time ever, lets us understand what's inside of that information. And to your point about sometimes AI getting it wrong, this is specifically what we are focused on. When you use AI models to help you understand existing data, we've been able to dramatically reduce any of the chance of hallucination or
Yes.
these situations where it's getting answers wrong. So it's fundamentally about your data securely managed and asking your information questions.
No, listen, even here internally, it would be fantastic to have a tool that useful. It would be incredible for productivity. So financially, when should we expect it to impact results? We were talking with Kim Forrest earlier this hour, who said she'll bet on any company that can show like genuine productivity from AI. And so I guess that's if your platform itself is agnostic, but I imagine at some point you're using AI to, enhance productivity. Kind of, what's the timeline and the financial benefit you foresee?
Yeah, so we just announced Box A.I. just in May. So this is, we right in December went heads down. We started working on Box A.I. in partnership with OpenAI. So our first initial announcement and demonstration of the technology is really just in the past 30 days. We're now scaling this up with design partners, which are our customers that really want to dive in first with this technology. From there, we'll expand it out to more customers broadly. From a pricing and packaging standpoint, it's still fairly early. We're trying to figure out how much we want to incorporate directly into the base product, how much we want to charge for. So I'd say, to be announced on that front. But right now, customers are incredibly excited. Almost every conversation I'm having with an enterprise starts with how can we leverage AI to better understand our data and our content, and we're in a really good position to help customers solve those problems.
Quick final question. Maybe you can help kind of clarify to me what's going on with enterprise spending lately, because we get, MongoDB is doing great, but Sentinel-1, had terrible results. And so, people are citing the macro as part of a reason for that. Customers are slowing things down. Okay, well, but Palo Alto is still. So what are you sensing on the enterprise side in terms of how demand is holding up, especially in the next couple of quarters?
Yeah, I think, what we've seen and what we've talked to other, peers about in the industry about is, I think starting around Q3 of last year, you started to see some headwinds due to the macro environment. IT budgets have been under pressure. Obviously, for all of us still growing, there are still investments in kind of critical application areas, but there is some headwinds from the macroeconomic environment. And you have some companies not growing as quickly, which then results in maybe less IT spend within their business as well. So this is something that's industry-wide. And the key is to obviously mitigate these challenges by having mission-critical technology that companies really, really need to be able to use to drive productivity, improve their security, run their operations better. And we think AI will be another enabler to really getting the most out of your workforce and your talent and and your enterprise software.
And shaking those dollars out of the tree. By the way, I didn't realize you're kind of a Japan play in some ways, wouldn't you say?
Well, we're not intentionally specifically a Japan play, but we have had a lot of success in Japan, and just as we work with global enterprises everywhere, Japanese businesses have been super focused and keen to drive productivity and collaboration within their organizations.
Yeah, strong dollar, I know, can be a headwind, but Japan's all the rage these days, so it's a place to be.